This is Mrs. Osmondson, and you're listening to the Bomber Buzz.
It's a great day in the Bomber Nation. Welcome to the Bomber Buzz. This is Principal Jacob Jenkins. Joining me here today is Mr. Paul Rudolph, Dean of Students. Paul, how are you doing today?
Doing great. Doing awesome. Fantastic. Another good day.
Absolutely.
Beautiful sunny day. Supposed to be really, continue to be nice through the day. And now, how can you
Such an odd October. I tell you, 80 degrees in October.
We didn't have that in June, right?
No.
June was a tough month. Not a tough month, but
chilly.
Wasn't normal.
Yeah.
And then, here we go in October. It's been beach weather.
I was talking with Mrs. Helfrich and some other teachers, and they reminded me that last year around this time, I think it's more towards the end of October, but remember we had to cancel school early.
Yeah.
Right after lunch. And we just barely got the buses out in time for a blizzard, and then we were closed down the next day, or late start the day after that because of blizzard.
Yeah, so not right now. We haven't even had frost yet. We haven't even had frost yet. It's just another day in North Dakota, right?
That's right.
You never know exactly how you're going to get it. You just know you're going to get it.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we got a short week next week, but pretty busy week actually. What do we got going on for athletics here?
We do. For athletics and just kind of finishing up tonight, I was going to chat because it's an interesting year in the Region 5 football.
Sure.
There's the teams in our region going into tonight. 4 of the 5 teams are still viable in the playoff race, and it goes.
Wow. It's
as interesting as this. South Prairie, who plays Tioga tonight, and we play TGU, and South Prairie could win the entire region with a victory tonight over Tioga, or with a loss to Tioga and a Berthold victory over TGU, they'll be left completely out of the playoffs. Oh. So they could either win the entire region tonight with a win,
or they could be completely
done, depending on.
That's crazy.
What goes on. It's been a fairly balanced, fun year where still a lot of teams are involved. And then our sister region, they have a similar scenario where they have 4 of the 5 teams that are fighting it out still to this day.
Yeah.
So, it's been an interesting day, or it would be an interesting evening tonight just to see, how it all shakes out and what handles. And then a quick reminder tomorrow that we host the Northwest Conference girls volleyball tournament here at Berthold High School.
Yeah, that's Saturday the 12th.
Tomorrow the 12th. We'll play a game. We'll play 1 pool in the old gym. We'll play 2 pools in the new gym cross court, and and then we'll have another pool down in Plaza. So it's a 16-team tournament, and then after the end of the pool play, there'll be an 8-team single elimination tournament, and everybody will come to Berthold for that. Should start right around 3:30ish.
So that's a full day.
Rough guess. So we first game started at 8:45. Last game scheduled for 7:00 p.m. It's
just about 12 hours of volleyball.
We're going to see 12. If you're interested in 12 hours of volleyball, stop by at 8:45. You won't. It'll keep going.
Well, there'll be a lot of good competition happening out here.
There will. It should be a good, interesting tournament. And then that'll shut down the week, and then we move into next Monday. We've got our band fall concert, music fall concert next Monday, or Monday the 14th at 7. We also have girls volleyball home versus ORCS on the 15th, which is Tuesday. We're home for the girls volleyball game, and then the junior high girls volleyball is also home in the old gym playing South Prairie at 4 and 5 there. We have parent-teachers conferences in conjunction.
Same time. Yep.
With those 2 games starting at 3:30, going until about 9.
That's right.
And then not a lot going on Wednesday, and then obviously no school Thursday or Friday. So there's no activities Thursday or Friday as far as contests go. There'll still be practices and things of that nature. And then if we are fortunate enough to be victorious tonight and Tioga can help us out, we'd play in a playoff game next Saturday the 19th at a place to be determined.
So let's talk football for a hot minute here then, because this is our last regular season game.
This is the 9-man across the state of North Dakota. This is the last regular season game for 9-man.
Okay.
11-man still has another week of regular season play, but they allowed a handful more teams into 9-man this year, so they had to shut the season down, the regular season, to get the playoff picture completely done. So it's a little odd. We're off of what the 11-man schedule is this year for the first time in a while, but it's the last regular season game tonight.
So what do our boys got to do tonight? Like, what are we looking for on that field?
Well, we'll be, hopefully we can go out and just compete and do the right things and not make mistakes and see if we can come out victorious. And then, like I said, if we get a little help from Tioga, who I thought was a pretty good football team, they kind of beat us up last week.
Yeah.
I thought they were pretty good. Hopefully they can play well again tonight, and then we'll see what happens. It'd be good for this young team to get a playoff game and see what it all entails and how it works out.
So now, are we dependent on South Prairie losing?
We are.
And then we have to win.
Last week,
and
we knew that. Our guys knew that, and we knew that we controlled our destiny with a win last week. We're in, but unfortunately, we weren't. Tioga was a better team than we were last week. But we still, if we can get help from them tonight, and we can take care of our business, then we still got a shot. But yeah, we need some help from Tioga tonight.
Yeah. Well, our boys will play hard, I'm sure. Tonight.
Oh, they'll play hard.
It's going to be a great game.
Yeah,
and,
they'll be ready to play.
It's keeping that mindset that it's not over till it's over. You just go out and you give it your all, and then you'll see what happens.
Yep, that's right. And it is senior night, for the 5 seniors that are on the team. So, kind of always anticlimactic. And, that's that's always the tough thing about football is you just, when you're in that race, you don't know if truly this is your last game or is there going to be another one,
so it's out till later.
So it is a little, it can be real sudden or it can be, all right, got a little relief here, just the way it goes.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm going to touch back real quick. We got parent-teacher conferences on Tuesday, same day as the home volleyball game. And the registration link for parent-teacher conferences is on our website. We also send it on the app. You should be able to find it on either places. And just hop on there and schedule your parent-teacher conferences with teachers here. And if for some reason you can't get that scheduled on the day of the game, just stop by the office. We'll see what slots are open. We'll get you in so you can talk with the teachers.
Yeah, absolutely. Should do that.
Yeah, well, we've got a pretty great episode here. For those that didn't know, our FFA had the district leadership contest in Stanley this last week here, and they rocked it. Just really showed up and just owned the whole thing. And we are super proud of our Bomber Nation FFA. They've been working hard every Tuesday and Thursday morning. They've been practicing their Parley Pros and their different events. And so we're going to talk with Miss Filipek. She's the FFA advisor, and Carter Finke, the FFA president. They're going to talk to us about how leadership went, how we did. And so stay tuned because that's going to be pretty great. Paul, do you have anything else for anyone here at the top?
No, I was just going to reiterate that too. I thought they did a fantastic job. There was a lot of excitement rolling through the halls Thursday morning when they came back, and a lot of grins a lot of smiles on the faces, and it's always just exciting to see. It's fun to see.
Yeah, agreed. Well, stay tuned with us. We've got that interview coming up next. Birdsall Grain and Seed is a farmer's seed company. They specialize in seed sales and feed grade and seed conditioning. Birdsall Grain and Seed strives to provide the best and newest varieties that are conditioned to meet their high standards. As a family-owned company, they live their core values of quality, integrity, service, people, and trust. Their motto, a farmer's seed and agronomy company, reminds us daily that their business is built around satisfying the needs of their customers with information they have learned over a long legacy of their own farm. Birdsall Grain and Seed is a proud sponsor of the Bomber Nation.
This is Mrs. Hennessy with your fun fact for the week. Did you know that giraffes have the same number of vertebrae as humans? Now you know.
We're back here on the Bomber Buzz, and joining us, we have two very special guests, Miss Haley Filipek, our ag instructor and FFA advisor, and FFA president, Mr. Carter Finke is joining us. Guys, welcome back to the Bomber Buzz to Haley, and welcome to Bomber Buzz to you.
Thank you.
So we had, we say it's a great day in the Bomber Nation. You guys had a great week. You were at district leadership. So tell us a little bit about district leadership here.
Yeah, I can start. So there's 10
like teams or schools in our district, but only 10 of them showed up this last Wednesday, and they do LDEs, so that's leadership contests, and so there's Parley Pro, conduct of meeting. There's a couple tests that they have to take based on different parliamentary procedure, speaking events, employment skills. So like some kids have to go through interviews, demonstrations, and overall, like Berthold came out with chapter of the day. So I'm very proud of them, and I'll let Carter fill you in on other stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. Chapter of the day. Carter, tell us a little bit more here then.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of contests you can do. There's extemporaneous speaking, which is basically where you're given an article to read, and then you make a speech within 30 minutes, and you have to go present that speech. And then there's prepared public speaking, which is just when you have a speech that you've prepared and memorized, and then you have to go give it. And then like Miss Filipek said, there's employment skills, and so that's just, it's basically just a big job interview, and it's a contest for that. And then there's other contests, parliamentary procedure and conduct of chapter meetings, which is basically the same thing, just different age groups. And then there's two quizzes. There's a green hand, which is the littler kids, and then there's a advanced quiz. And then I think there's a demonstration, which is basically where you just demonstrate a agricultural a thing in agriculture, pretty much.
Which did you do extemporaneous again this year?
Yes, I did extemporaneous and Parley Pro this year, so it's pretty fun.
Yeah, I got to judge you last year in extemporaneous. It was pretty exciting.
I remember, yeah.
Yeah, how did it go this year?
Pretty good. I ended up taking first, so that was fun. Yeah, and then, yeah, it was pretty fun.
Yeah. Tell us about how the team did overall, like placings and things like that.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was hoping Carter would do when I gave it over to him, but
I guess I can do that.
Yeah, it's okay. We took chapter of the day. We're going to state in Parley Pro, we got top chapter. In conduct of meeting, we got top chapter. Abby took top demonstration. Owen took runner-up in employment skills. Brinley took runner-up in the creed. We took runner-up in the advanced quiz. So everything is advanced to state, and we took chapter of the day. Most of our, conduct and parley team members, they took top, in their division of, so vice president, we had top president, vice president, treasurer, secretary, and in both conduct and Parley Pro. So it was awesome. It was a great day.
Sentinel too. We had top Sentinel. It's pretty cool.
That's really cool. That's pretty awesome. So, state, when is state?
January.
Okay, so we have some time to prepare here.
Yep.
So what kind of preparation did you guys do leading up to this competition, and what will you do leading up to state?
Well, it was a lot of early mornings, a lot of breakfast made by Miss Filipek, who did a good job. It was pretty good breakfast. But basically, it's just running through the contest repeatedly and just getting all the motions down. And that's pretty much all you can really do for some of these contests is just go through them and compete. I think going forward, we need to study the test more, which was probably our biggest weakness with Parley Pro. Because I'm going to be honest, I completely forgot there was a test involved. And so we got to that point and we all just kind of had to wing it. But we still did fairly good on the test. I think we did about average, but
sure.
Yeah, so it's pretty much just running through meetings and, learning different motions and stuff like that, memorizing what each motion requires and stuff like that.
Sure. How often do you guys practice then?
Every Tuesday and Thursday mornings.
Okay, so we're getting up early to do this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
We got to work around Mr. Rudolph's weight schedule over there.
I thought you're going to throw a jab at me now. Like, holy cow. I'm like, you can have him anytime. She had to get that jab in, didn't she? Had to get a jab in.
When don't I?
It is. It's great. We love it.
Yeah.
Because they do. There's a bunch of gals and guys that get up regularly to do a lot of different things, and all to better the school and to better themselves, and it's pretty cool, to be honest with you.
Agreed. Yeah. So let's talk about, you've been involved in FFA your whole high school career pretty much. What attracted you to FFA in the first place, and what do you like that makes you keep wanting to be a part?
Well, I've been in FFA even before high school. My mom used to be the old ag advisor here. And so I was always at the fair. I was always at the livestock shows, and I was always looking at the static projects and stuff like that. And so I knew that when I became a high schooler that I really wanted to join. And I'm going to be honest, I didn't really know too much. Like, I knew a little bit about it, but my mom never really got in depth. I was always just around it.
Sure.
But so I knew that I wanted to do that. And I think, honestly, the thing that keeps bringing me back is the people. And, it's really fun to compete against your friends that you've made along the way. It's pretty fun.
Yeah. So if there was a student who's on the edge, they've thought about FFA, haven't pulled the trigger, what would you say to them?
You should definitely do it because you're going to meet a lot of people who are going to change your life, and you're going to learn a lot about like contests. I know, me personally, I do this contest called Egg Sales, and that's really like helped me even just like talking to people and like, I've like, it makes me like see the world like differently. Like I can see a lot more like sales related stuff now.
Sure.
Than I did before. So I would recommend it heavily.
So tell me more about ag sales then. What does that look like when you go to compete in ag sales?
Well, really egg sales is it's just a sale and a test. So you pick out the product that you want to sell, and then you have to like make a sales pitch. And like how I would do it is I would ask the judge questions, and then based on their questions, I'd apply what the product offers to what the person, what their answers were to that question, like what they need.
Sure.
And then you do your sale. It's out of 200 points, and then you go and take your test, which is out of 100 points. And honestly, the test is what really gets people most of the time. So if you want to do egg sales, I would study the test.
Yeah, that's awesome.
How about the extemporaneous speaking? What'd you do there?
Well, extemporaneous speaking is just, like I said before, it's just basically you're given an article to read, and then you make a speech based on that article. And then the speech like time frame is 4 to 6 minutes. So you want to try to get you want to try and make a speech that's going to last from 4 to 6 minutes, because if you don't make the time, you can get docked. So it's like one of them things where you just want to try and like balance all the factors in.
Does everybody get a different topic?
You get to pick your topic. It's out of I think 13 or 14 topics you get to pick out of. I did mine on there's this company out in Moorhead that's making this robot that picks weeds out of the ground with AI and cameras, and it's really cool. It's really interesting. If anybody was interested, they should look into that. But
It's the worst part of gardening, isn't it?
yeah, pretty much. You basically just took it out. And so it's really interesting. They're trying to do it on a larger scale with like row crops and stuff like that. It's pretty interesting. And I think they're developing new technology like that every day, and I just think that's interesting.
Agreed.
Yeah, for sure. It is. Sounds like it was a pretty good day then.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. We did. Proud of the team. Did a pretty good job.
Like roughly, just give the audience a little. Like how many seniors are in the FFA chapter that went to the district meeting or district contest?
It's just me.
Just you?
Just me.
So how many roughly juniors?
Well, we had Cash and go, Brennan go. Oh wait, back on the seniors. We do have some new kids from Plaza. So it was around three seniors.
Yep, there's about 25 students that went in total that
Okay.
went on Wednesday.
Is that pretty balanced from 7 through 12?
I only took one 7th grader. I took almost the whole 8th grade class here. Freshmen, actually took probably like 5 or 6 of them. Sophomores, probably another 5 or 6, and then juniors the same, about 5 or 6.
So pretty good balance.
Yeah, that's good numbers.
deal. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we took a big crowd this year.
Like what would another chapter, like what would their average size be? Are we comparable? Or are we?
Yeah, I'd say we're comparable. I know at districts, each president has to go up on stage and announce how many advisors, members, and guests we brought with. So we brought with around 25 And then, yeah, other chapters brought, in the 20s usually. A few had a little bit smaller groups, but that's just kind of to be expected with some other chapters.
Yeah. And then, well, at the contest, they can overlap their their contests they compete in. So, I mean, you could cram one kid into 4 different events and take a smaller group, or you know what I mean? Or if they're doing Parley Pro in the test and they want to do a demonstration as well, I normally don't let them do more than 2. But
yeah, I know last year that I did way too many contests. I did a job interview, extemporaneous, and Parley Pro, and it was too much.
I imagine you're running from one to the other, trying to get on your time.
Yeah, it was a lot of running, and just a lot of panic.
So when we go to the state, then how many like how many will leave each district, right? How many come to the state event now? 2 from each district?
Yep.
So the top 2. So
So
the
then
top 1 and runner up.
roughly 8? Or how many districts across the state of North Dakota?
I'm not sure on that one. I'd have to look.
Because I'm assuming we're the Northwest district. Would that
we're
be safe to say?
District 1.
We're
Yep.
District 1? So, but not 100% sure as whether there's 8, 10.
Yeah, I'm not.
But I wouldn't think there'd be more than 20 contestants.
No.
Probably max.
There would be less than 20.
Less than 20?
Guessing it's in the teens somewhere, but
8 districts.
8
8
districts,
districts.
so 16.
16 teams. Yep.
16. So 16 competitors vying it out now once we get to January.
And then the winner of state gets to go to nationals. So
Awesome.
get to compete there. It's pretty exciting.
When's nationals then?
That's in October. I know this year we're going to take a trip down there. We have Sadie's competing in the Creed event, so that's pretty exciting. And so we're gonna go down there, support her, and just go see all the things that nationals has to offer. And then, but then if we win at state this year, come January, next October, we'll all get to take a trip down there and compete.
So then it works in a different calendar year, or
Pretty much
academic year.
So
to
as a
speak.
senior, then you would come back.
I'd have to
for
come
that.
back.
You would still be able to compete at that state.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah.
I'm just so proud of them. I guess
Absolutely.
they worked hard and did great.
Yeah.
So
No, they did, and
I couldn't be happier.
Yeah.
it was pretty. It's been pretty apparent too, as well, through when you walk the halls that there's a good vibe. Guys are working, gals are working, and it was really good to see what Thursday morning, the excitement that came back. So congratulations again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations. That, again, was Miss Filipek and Carter Finke, president of the FFA and advisor of the FFA. Here on the Bomber Buzz, we got more coming up. Stick with us. Genesis Seed Solutions, located in the Bomber Nation, is committed to utilizing the region's best producers to make sure your seed is grown with the utmost attention and most economical agronomic practices. Genesis Seed buys, sells, processes, conditions, and packages on-site with top-of-the-line equipment. From harvest to market, Genesis Seed will help you with all of your needs. Visit Genesis Seed today to learn more. Genesis Seed is a proud sponsor of the Bomber Nation. Thanks for joining us today on the Bomber Buzz. Make sure to like and subscribe to the podcast so that you can be notified of all of our new episodes. We hope that you have a great week. Taking us out today is the Berthold Band. Fly high, Bombers.